This is part 2 of what Lori and Chad will experience once they go to prison. I'm not talking jail, that's a whole different ballgame, but I'm talking prison. We did research and we looked into a lot of information with the handbook from the prisons, the Idaho State handbooks for prisons, and I found some stuff that when I think about Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell, I don't see them being entirely, thrilled about the way that their life is gonna be forever if we get our way. If they go down, if they go to prison for life, this is what they will expect. If you missed part 1, go back and watch it. We talked about their menus, what they will eat, how they will be processed, what will happen, and that's all in part 1. But this is part 2. So, welcome to Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathryn. Welcome back. And let's talk about Lori and Chad. Like I said, let's talk about what I found and what my subscriber helped me dig up on the prison system that Lori and Chad may have to endure. Before we get started, I want to ask a little favor. Please consider helping support Left Undone by clicking on my Amazon affiliate link or my Instacart affiliate link. If you're looking to shop on Amazon, all you have to do is click on my link. You can actually purchase this leg lamp. I purchased it on Amazon and I have a link directly there from the movie The Christmas Story, the replica, and of course, the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So if you would like to support Left Undone and you shop at Amazon anyway, this is a great way to support it without spending extra money. So thank you, and I appreciate that so much. You can also support the show by becoming a Patreon, donating through PayPal, or buy me a coffee. Or become a channel member here on YouTube. If nothing else, please like the video. Now let's get back to Lori and Chad. If Lori or Chad have a complaint, they'll have to go through the proper chain of command and wait for the grievance to work its way through the system. If Lori and Chad do not follow the grievance process, or if the grievance is not completed correctly, the grievance won't be processed and it'll be returned. Lori and Chad won't want a snitch jacket. Remember, we talked about jackets that go in their file. Chad won't want a snitch jacket, so the only complaints filed will be if there's an issue within the system or with staff. If there's an issue on the yard with fellow inmates, those type of issues are handled by the inmate heads on the yard. That doesn't go to the system. That goes to the big guy running the yard, or gal. Women's prison is much different than a man's prison. The men's yards are set up on gang affiliation, while women's yards are run more like a family. Lori will do fine in the Idaho Department of Corrections, in IDOC, if she keeps her eyes and ears open and her mouth shut. One of my subscribers told me there's a prison motto for women. Silence is golden to women in prison. My subscriber told me the lights are kept on 24/7 and the noise never ends. Chad knows what his fate could be, and he will have to sleep with one eye open or request PC, protective custody. Now, for non-emergency medical care, Lori and Chad will have to fill out a health service request form. If either needs emergency care, they must notify the staff who, in turn, will contact the medical department and make arrangements for Lori or Chad to receive the necessary medical attention. TB testing, tuberculosis testing, is done annually, which Lori and Chad will receive according to the month they were born. Inmates 50 years of age and older will receive an annual physical exam. Inmates 40 to 49 years of age will receive their physical exam every 3 years. Inmates under the age of 40 will receive a physical exam every 5 years. If they require a single dose of medication, they'll have to go to the pharmacy window and let the staff watch them swallow. Inmates who take PRN, as needed, medication will have to submit a health service request form for refills. They have to submit it 5 days before running out of medication. Lori and Chad may have a copay of $5 for evaluation by any medical staff member, or an emergency evaluation and treatment, $3 for each prescription and $3 for each refill. Let's talk about their cell or their bunk or their area. A staff member can conduct a search anytime. A staff member can also make Lori or Chad submit to a search, strip search, at any time, and they're both required by policy to comply. Okay, now let's talk about commissary. Lori and Chad can spend $80 a week on commissary if they're in general population. Maximum custody inmates can spend $50 a week. I can't imagine only being able to buy off of this list for the rest of my life. 3 sodas total per week, and it's RC Cola products only. Taster's Choice instant coffee. They can buy honey and sugar substitute, but no real sugar. There's salt and pepper on the list, mayonnaise, pickles, jalapeno peppers in a jar, jelly, Hershey's syrup. There's tuna, chicken, salmon, mackerel, summer sausage, shredded beef, and Spam. They can order trail mix and mixed nuts, cashews and almonds, popcorn, potato chips, and Pop-Tarts. And they can also get up to 5 protein bars, plus up to 10 ramen noodle soups. And you know, those ramen noodle soups are the worst thing for you. They have, picture thought bubbles here. I was trying to think of it. Hydrogenated oils. They will clog your arteries and kill you. Bad stuff. They're the worst thing for you. The ingredients in those will clog your arteries and kill you as fast as any heart attack might want to take you away. There are only 16 items on the cosmetic list, which makes me laugh when I think of Lori. Not much to pick from. Better get practicing with that Kool-Aid lipstick and blush, I suppose. There is a decent list of health products that include chapstick, cough drops, aspirin, Tylenol, eye drops, nasal spray, triple antibiotic ointment, and Band-Aids. They can each buy up to 10 picture tickets so they can get their photos taken to send their pictures out in the mail. They can buy stamped envelopes and 1 ice cream per week. Lori and Chad can own certain items. They can only have 6 cubic feet of property at all times. This amount does not include the TV, radio, fan, or a guitar. They're also allowed to own. Sounds to me like Lori and Chad will have to eventually try to put a value on their portability. IDOC does not allow any property items, shoes, eyeglasses, books, stamps, etc., to be sent into a facility. As long as Lori and Chad are considered unrestricted offenders, there's an available ISCI Recreation Center. Each unit is scheduled for their own time. In addition to the barbershop and hobby craft areas, there's a recreation building with a TV viewing area, pool table, ping pong, foosball, basketball, and multi-purpose court, weight training area, racquetball, handball court, boxing training area, outside track, and ball field with a shower and a locker room. There's a professional boundaries section in the handbook. It's one simple paragraph. Staff are expected to maintain a strictly professional relationship with the inmate population. Any attempt made by an inmate to compromise a staff member or enter into any other than a professional relationship may result in administrative or disciplinary action. There's no touching of staff or offender. In my opinion, Lori will do anything she has to get her way. So this just might be a problem area for Lori. We've heard what she said about this, right? Lori and Chad must abide by all the rules of whatever unit they reside in. If either receive a DOR, disciplinary offense report, it could affect which housing unit they live in, which jobs they are qualified for, or any other programming. The hearing is in accordance to policy, and offenders can only read the policy book in the library. The policy can't leave the library, and if they're filing an appeal on a DOR, they'll have to do the research according to a scheduled time and to the proper chain of command. And this all has to be done within a specific amount of time. This is, in my opinion, to possibly discourage any inmate from filing an appeal. They make them work for it. My subscriber said the DHO, Disciplinary Hearings Officer, already had the form filled out in response to the appeal, typed with a carbon copy before the hearing ever began. All the DHO had to do was sign the form containing the already typed X in the results upheld box. Lori and Chad could either be housed in a dorm setting or in a cell setting unit. A cell can be searched. Known to inmates when their cell is searched is a cell toss or a shake. So they can do these searches at any time. And the inmates do not have the right to be present during the search, nor will be allowed to observe. Writing on the walls, putting graffiti on the walls, or bunks is completely prohibited. Lori and Chad won't be allowed to cover any ventilation vents, lights, plumbing equipment, locking mechanisms, heater vents. My subscriber informed me the heat vent had to be covered because it was unbearably hot where she was housed. If an officer sees anything wrong with the cell, an inmate can be written up and given disciplinary sanctions. If either are assigned to a dorm setting unit, all rules are posted in each housing unit. Inmates are not allowed on a tier dorm area, cell, or any unit they do not live in, unless it's approved by staff. Inmates can't congregate on a run, the shower, the toilet, or cell areas. All visiting must take place in the unit's day room. Lori and Chad will be prohibited to lend, borrow, or give any property to any other inmates. Property found in the possession of any other inmate will be confiscated and treated as contraband, and could result in disciplinary sanctions. After doing all this research, it's clear to me Lori and Chad aren't going to have any semblance of the lives they used to live. If I find out more, I will do a part 3. But for now, that's the update on what Lori and Chad might experience, hopefully experience, if they're sentenced to prison. Please like, ring that bell for notifications, subscribe, and share this video where you can. Thank you so much for watching Left Undone, Incomplete Investigations. I'm Kathryn. Be safe, stay well, stay home for now.